Yo, what's up, y'all? So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to add leather onto your Air Forces. First thing you're going to do, add some tape down, and you want to use your finger to press the tape down in the little panels. That's just to help smooth it out. And then you're going to grab your X-Acto knife. You're going to cut along the edges of the panel. So like in between the panels, there's a little dip. You're going to use that as a guideline just to make sure you cut the tape right. You don't want to cut too much to the outside or too much onto the toe box. So just press your X-Acto knife up against the edges. That's going to help you get a clean cut. That's all we're going to do. We're going to keep going through that. So for this one, we're going to go and do the toe box and the side panels. That's going to be the only parts that we do on this one. So just make sure you guys are using everything as a guideline. Alright, so I ended up doing the other side off camera just so you guys didn't have to sit through and watch that. So now that you got all your tape on, grab your leather. This is the leather we're using. I also do sell leather, so if you guys need any designer fabric, just go ahead, DM me on Instagram. Let me know what leather you need and we can get that for you. So right here, I'm just cutting out the leather, the piece that we're going to need. Go ahead, throw the rest to the side. And you don't need too big of a piece for this. And you're going to want to get a little like pick to grab the tape. You got to make sure you peel the tape careful because since all the tape is in a lot of pieces, it could end up ripping. Just going to peel the tape, lay it down on the fabric wherever you think is the best fit. Once you got it laid down, just make sure you guys press it down tight to make sure it doesn't peel up or anything like that. So you're going to do that for the toe box and the side panels as well. So now that you have all of them laid down, just go ahead and get you some fabric scissors, cut around all the edges. You want to make sure you get as close to the tape as possible. You don't want to cut the actual tape though, because the tape is your measurements, it's your guidelines. So make sure you guys cut around the tape as close as you can. So we're going to speed it up. Just make sure you guys get all that cut. right, so once you get everything cut out, guys, you can go ahead, put the leather up to the shoe. Just make sure that everything fits. The glue that I use is Barge Infinity Cement. I can go ahead and drop a link in the description of all the products that I use, so you guys don't have to search everything yourself. Just click the links. So right here, I'm just adding the glue to the back of the fabric. You want to make sure that you keep the tape on the fabric for now. You don't want the glue getting on the actual design part, so keep that tape on there. Go ahead, spread the glue across the leather, and then once we get all the glue on the leather, we're gonna add it on directly to the toe box. You can use a Q-tip if you want. I personally use a paintbrush, but you do have to throw the paintbrush away after every use because the glue makes it hard. You can't reuse it. So if you want to use Q-tips, that's fine. I do prefer All right, so now that you got the glue all over the toe box, you're going to lay the leather down. Try to get it as even as you can, like to fit the best. Once you figure out the fit, just go ahead, press it down a little bit, and then you're going to want to peel the tape off. So peel the tape off of the actual leather. So now that you got the tape off, you're just going to go ahead, press down all across the shoe. Make sure you get the edges tucked. You can use the panels on the sides to go ahead and tuck them in. Tuck the leather in. Just make sure it gives it the cleanest look it can. And I use this little scrape tool. I don't really know what it's called, but I use that to go ahead and press all the leather underneath the panels, because there is a little lip. You can go ahead, get a cleaner finish to it. So just run that through the whole thing. You're going to do the same thing on the two sides as well. So once you get it all pressed down, I like to go ahead and put tape over it. That's just to hold the leather in place. You want to go around the edges. Just make sure you press it down tight. That's going to go ahead, keep it in place while the glue dries. So make sure you got to do this step. You don't have to, but I definitely recommend it. It helps it stay in place. All right, so you're going to want to let that tape sit for about 10 minutes. Once you've had it sit down for a little bit, you can go ahead and start peeling up all the tape. So that's what we do here. We peel the tape up. Once the tape is all peeled, just go ahead, press down again one more time on all the edges just to make sure everything's good. But that's pretty much it for how to do leather. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop a comment for anything you guys want to see or learn how to do, and I appreciate you guys.